Hi guys, it is Kat, and today we are doing some gameplay of the indie game Astroneer. It is in pre-alpha, but it has now been out for about 6 weeks, so I'm a little bit behind the times on making this video. But when it first came out, it was really unstable. I had a hard time getting it to play for more than about 5 minutes at a time, and having the game crash constantly does not make for a great video, so I figured I'd wait until things were a little bit stable. I'm glad I did because they have expanded what's in the game quite a bit, which is awesome. But let's kind of dive in here and get started. This game is kind of a gold rush meets survival game. You have to gather resources, you're on an alien planet, that sort of thing. This white stuff here is compound. It is a very common resource used in the game. It's used to make crafting modules. It's used in your printer to build storage. You use it in your backpack to make things like tethers, small solar panels, stuff like that. That's the first thing I'm going to do with it, is make some solar panels, one for myself and one for my habitat, because power is a huge deal. You can't really do anything without power, which makes sense. So I've got the one for my backpack here. I'm going to build a second one. We're going to stick that right here on the little habitat because it's got two little nodules we can plug into. The habitat is the start of your home base. It is what gives you oxygen through that little blue tether that you see kind of breaking off my behind. I'm sure it actually connects to your backpack, but I think it looks like it's attached to your butt. Let's get some more compound here because we're going to need it. But managing your oxygen is the biggest thing in the beginning of the game. I mean, it's important throughout the game, but as you start building your base and whatnot, tethers become more of a thing. But I'm trying to just get some compound here so that we can get going. But you can track the oxygen. It is the little blue bar on the very top of my backpack here, and it sends you an alert at 50% and at 25%. Do not let the 25% lull you. You better be within really close range of your base by the 25% pops up, or you will suffocate, which is no fun. This purple stuff that I am gathering here is resin. It is the second most common material on the surface. It is used primarily for the building out and expansion of your base. I haven't really found it to be used in really building or printing anything, but the actual platforms for your base. I'm out of power again. This is why I said power management is kind of key. We are on a Terran planet. You can tell that by the purple and brown. This is a decent starting place. Ooh, is that a solar panel off in the boonies? That'll be awesome. We'll have to get that in a little bit. We don't have the resources to do that now. That means we won't have to worry about power ever again once we get that attached to the base. Looks like we are at the bottom of our resin pit here. So, oxygen. Let's see what else we've got resources-wise around here. Actually, let's expand the base first. As you can see here, it takes a single resin to create an extension off of the habitat. I have found that it's easier to build a whole bunch of these little platform extensions first and then build out your actual modules. As you can see here, it's asking for 2 resin. That means it'll build an actual platform. You want to make sure that you give yourself plenty of extensions before you start building your modules, or you will lock yourself into a very small base. You won't have enough spaces for all of your modules as you expand your base later on in the game. I made that mistake in my very first playthrough. I built everything basically right off my little habitat and very quickly ended up stuck because you cannot build off the front of the modules. I don't know whether they will add that as a feature in further developments or whether that's intentional, but you are stuck once you build a module. You cannot build anything past that. So let's grab some more resin here because our base is not nearly big enough. Looks like we've got some oxygen and power around us. Let's go grab this power. Hey, look, there's a cave too. Sweet. Having a cave near the house is good. We can get ourselves some better resources in the caves, such as malachite and laterite, which is smelted into copper and aluminum. We will discuss those more in detail once we start farming them. That was a really shallow oxygen pit, but that's all right. Hey, look, more compound. You will see these kind of pillars scattered throughout the world. The blue ones are oxygen, the yellow ones are power. They regenerate each day in game. So they're handy when you're out gathering resources. Like in this particular instance, since I'm not using tethers, I needed the oxygen so I didn't suffocate. Looks like my backpack is about to be full. So we grab just the one more here. Start heading back, I think. Oh, let's grab a little bit more. I don't wanna have a wasted spot. There's one. Yay! Need one more. Come on, just one more. Ugh, the game's gonna be mean to me. Oh, let me finish out this one. That's okay, I guess. Alright, now let's build our first little doohickey here. We're gonna build another extension off of it. Ooh, actually get it on the thingy. There we go. And now this time we're gonna use 2 resin to build out that platform. Second one. And now you're gonna see this pop out a really big thing. Now we have the option to build stuff with this. We're gonna do the research station first, which requires 2 compound. I keep sticking it to my backpack, that doesn't do me good. Alright, and then we hit print. And ta-da! Aw, no power. No surprise, it's nighttime. We're relying on solar right now. But that'll power up during the day and then we can use it. Research lets you unlock other stuff. You start out with very simple knowledge. You can build the printer, the research station, but you don't have any means of storage or anything like that. Ooh, look, a spaceship. Oh, a crashed little pod thing. Those are awesome. Let's grab some oxygen since we're already at like 50%. When you find wreckage like this, you want to dig around it. They usually have research modules like this one. That one was easy. It's already sticking out of the ground. Run this back home. I'm surprised we don't have more of the organic ones. I typically don't like using the tech-based ones this early on, but I haven't seen anything else, so we're gonna start with tech, apparently. But the different shapes of these research modules typically mean different things. If you research a whole bunch of the same one, you will end up with resources. We still don't have any power. Surfing. I think it's really neat. The game developers said that the surfing thing that you just saw there, and you'll see more of it as the game goes on, is not actually a glitch or a mistake. It is on purpose, and they plan on leaving it in the game as a mode of travel, so that's kind of neat. It happens a lot when you're going downhill. You'll just kind of surf along. More compound. Hey, we got tons of compound. Nice. That means there's not a whole lot missing resources-wise right here. And here's the other little research node from this. Grab this and head back towards the house. I did speed this little part up where I'm running for everybody's sanity because there's nothing super exciting about carrying a nodule home. You can hear that breathing sound. It means I am starting to suffocate. The edges of the screen turn bright red. If you do not get to an air supply fast enough, you will die. that time span from when you start hearing yourself breathing and the screen turns red to the time you die is extremely short, like a matter of seconds. So don't make the mistake of getting out too far. All right, let's see. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Looks like the sun is starting to come up, which means our research module will have power here shortly. Looks like we have more compound over here. Wow, we are surrounded by it. That is awesome. Ooh, and more resin off to the edge of the purple zone there. Sweet. Got myself some oxygen so I can breathe. Just kind of seeing what's around the base, see what we've got as far as resources go. I want to check out this solar panel, see what else is over here. Having a solar panel this close to the base is freaking awesome. When we get a winch or a crane, we'll be able to bring it back to the base and use it as a power source. Let's see what's in this wrecked shuttle, though. When you see the crashed equipment like this, there's usually stuff attached to them. Woohoo, and a seat. Wow, this is a good one. Looks like we got some titanium, some looks like copper or aluminum, as well as a seat. The seat is awesome. There's 2 research nodes there. We'll come back and get those in a minute. Run this back to home. Wow, home is a long way away. Oxygen's at 50%. Ooh, this is gonna be close. All right, we'll be all right. Ooh, maybe not. Run, little me, run! Woohoo, I made it. Not dying today, peoples. Okay. Just click that there for now. We'll be able to put that on a truck or a spaceship or anything like that as we go along. All right, now that our node has some power, let's clear ourselves some space. And it was copper, so I'm going to make ourselves a generator. A generator will give us the ability to make power at night. It uses organics to provide power. Think of it like using old school, like coal or natural gas, I don't know. But I'm going to put it on the habitat here because I don't really need to carry it around. And just plug an organic on it if you can actually click the button. Plop that on. Let's see what our researchies got us. Stick it on the platform and then click go. What did we get? This is like Russian roulette, gets you all excited. Filters. I've never found filters extremely useful. I know they should be, but they let you make oxygen out of thin air. But since the base already kind of does that for you, I don't find it all that useful. We'll see what happens, further on in the game. And let's go for round 2. Ourselves another organic since we are starting to get past the daylight hours here. And I missed what we got. Does anybody know? Wasn't paying attention. Good job, me. I fail. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do now? Let's go exploring a little bit more. Tethers let you extend your little blue line. They're made using compound we made. So, ooh, I fell in a hole. Let me out. Out. There we go. Okay. At least I didn't get stuck. I mean, you can always terraform the ground, but that's just obnoxious. Okay. Let's go exploring in this direction since we know what's in the solar panel direction. And let's see, looks like we've got some resin off to the right. I'm gonna head back over towards that wreckage we found earlier. Grab some more of this compound, make ourselves some more tethers. No power. Alright. Connect back up to our doohickey. Power and air incoming. Woohoo! Beacons are useful for marking stuff, you know, out in the distance, but for right now I don't really need one. Made ourselves some more tethers since we were almost out. We're wanting to go some distance here. There we go. As you can see, the blue line drops off when they're too far apart. Just keep going. This is a nice little compound deposit. Let's dig most of that out here. No power. Boo. Means my generator back home is out of organics. Let's find something to take back. Woohoo! Look what's in here. Looks like we've got a lithium. That's awesome. On power again. It's annoying. Looks like there's a lithium and an aluminum. One more. Nope, backpack's full. Let's see. Is there a way? That's not. Alright. Let's head back to the base. Unload all of our goodies and explore. Man, I cannot click the holes today. That just sounded wrong. You know what I mean. Alright, let's dump all of these goodies in here. We don't need the aluminum just yet. The lithium is used to make batteries. It's super rare, so having one of those early on is awesome. Off we go again. I'm gonna fill in this hole because I'm getting tired of running all the way around it. You can fill in the ground by hitting Alt while pressing E. We're out of power again. This is obnoxious. Inorganic. Thingy. There we go. Go plug it in. There we go. Got it on this time. Gather up a little bit more organic so we're not stuck waiting an hour for that. I only have a power issue at night. Once we have a battery, that won't be nearly big of a deal. But because then we can conserve stuff from the daytime and use it at night. But We're still a small little base, so we're just getting started. Finish out the one that we're on. Come on. Like, one more. It's not what's around here. Oh well. That's fine. Pop another. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Drop the other one in for backup for later. The using a hole in the ground for your supplies method works early on, but you don't want to do too much of it or the game will get really, really laggy. I don't know if it's as bad as it was in the beginning, but all of those collisions get calculated. Uh-oh, I hear a storm. Storms are not your friend in this game. They will kill you. They typically roll in from one direction. It's the green, evil, swirly thing you see over there. They are sandstorms. They will blow rocks at you. If you are not in some sort of shelter, either your habitat, a truck, a rover, if you're out in the open, your best bet is to dig yourself a hole or dig yourself a spot in the side of a mountain and hide, because the rocks will hit you in the head and kill you and you will lose all your stuff. It sucks. Happened many, many times till I figured out you could hide in the rocks. But like for example here, I just hopped into the habitat and we're safe. It also saves the game for you when you hop in that. It also, when you hop into a truck or a rover, it also automatically saves the game, which is good. The storms don't typically last too long. This one was even shorter than normal, so that's nice. We're gonna hop back out here in just a second, but as you can see, it just kind of moves on. This one kind of skirted right past us. It didn't actually blow over us, but I bet you anything, if I had stayed outside, it would have like run me over. But there we go. Let's head back to our little wreck over here. Actually, let me grab some of this resin. It's too tempting to walk past it over and over and over again and see it sticking there taunting me. So. Out of power. Plug back in. You can see the yellow and the blue running along the tether. That means you are getting both power and oxygen. If it is just solid blue, it means there's no power in the line. Let's see. Looks like we're getting to the end of this deposit. Is there anything else? Does not look like it. Nope. Okay. Onward. About 5 or 6 though. That's nice. Empty the bag. And back out to the wastelands. You can see the surfing there. It's fun. It's cute. I really like the aesthetic of this game. I know it's a simplified polygon type planet. They do intend to keep it that way. These are not just placeholder graphics. And I actually really like it. I find it cute. It's a little kitschy, but I like it. Let's grab that organic. Let's see, is there anything else right here that I need? Grab this little bit of oxygen. Let's see, what else is out this way? Looks like some more resin. Ooh, look at the moon rising, or I guess that's really another planet rising in the sky. That's really cool. Let's see what's over this ridge. Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Wow, we ended up on like the boring end of the planet, I guess. That's kind of lame. Oh well. Whee! Surfing along. See, how fun is that? Back this way. We don't want to suffocate and die. That would suck. If you do suffocate out in the world, you will be respawned back at your base, and you do have the opportunity to go fetch your stuff if you can find it. I have found that, in particular, finding your things after you die is not always as easy as that may seem. If you die on the surface, you typically don't have much of a problem because your stuff will be just sitting on the ground where you died. If you die when you're in a cave, oh man, it wasn't actually taking tethers, so I've lost like job me. When you're putting tethers back in your backpack, make sure that upper left slot is available for them or you don't get to keep them. I don't know how soon the developers will be planning on fixing that or whether they keep it that way, but that's annoying. Anyway, guys, I think this is a great place for us to stop this time. We have kind of started setting up the base a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found the information useful or at least entertaining. If you did, hit that like button down below. I try to put out several videos a week featuring different video games and other fun shenanigans. If there is a game you would like to see or something awesomely nerdy you think I should check out, please let me know down in the comments. I do read them all and use them to build my content. If you want to be notified when I release other videos like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.